Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Halloween look inspired by this picture that I found on Pinterest. I don't know the original artist, unfortunately, but it is a Pennywise tutorial. So I'm going to jump straight in, and I've sped this video up quite a lot so that hopefully it tries to stop me from just rabbiting on about anything. So starting off with bare face, I am taking the Morphe eyeliner in Coconut, which is a white eyeliner, and just using the photo for reference, I'm just mapping out the areas on my face that I want to leave and what areas I want to colour in. This will all make sense in a minute when you see me actually colour in my face. The reason I'm using white is because it is easy to rub off should I make a mistake without leaving any stains on the face, and also is easy to cover when you go in with your face paint to colour the face. It's easy to cover the white, whereas it would be a little bit harder to cover any other type of colour like black or whatever you should choose to use. So yeah, I'm just mapping out like the jawline, the mouth, the nose, the little balloon and the little triangle. Really pleased with myself with it. To fill it in, I'm taking the Manic white foundation. This is a very thin consistency, so you might want to rethink your options, perhaps going with a face paint like a water activated or an alcohol activated. But obviously if you are using alcohol activated, you want to be careful around the eye area because it will sting like a bitch if it gets in your eye. So I'm taking this paintbrush that I previously used with black, so it gives like a kind of greyish dirty white effect, which I was really happy about. Actually, I wanted it to look like a dirty white rather than a stark white. So I'm just going around the shapes that we drew with the pencil earlier, and I'm just filling that in with the foundation. Then I just go over it then with a foundation brush just to get rid of any brush strokes, and I'm bringing that white then down onto my neck as well. So now I'm jumping into the iMagic palette. I've talked about this in a few other Halloween videos. It is a dupe for the Makeup Forever one. I think this cost me about £7 on eBay. If I can find it, I will link it below for you, but if not, then just Google the iMagic face paint palette maybe, and hopefully it'll come up for you. And then I'm just outlining all the areas that we drew earlier with pencil. I'm just outlining that with a fine paintbrush and using the red colour from the palette. This is a good opportunity to really clean up any lines, make sure your shapes are like flowing. Well, obviously that depends on what type of look you want, but just follow the shapes that you drew earlier with the red face paint. But I do recommend using a good fine tip brush for this to make sure you have your lines nice and neat. Then using the same paintbrush, because I wanted it to be a bit more accurate, I'm going in and just filling in all those areas that we just outlined with the red. You don't want no skin showing because obviously we are doing a Pennywise inspired, and obviously that clown is hella scary. I've literally watched the film twice, by the way. I can't bring myself to watch it again because I didn't like it. It was funny in parts if you haven't seen it, but that clown just scarred me for life. Like, he is scary as shit. So yeah, as you can see, I just filled in everything with the red. So then for the eyebrow, I'm taking the black from the same palette, and the only easiest way I can describe how to draw this eyebrow is like a Nike sign. Kind of looks like a Nike sign. So I'm just using the same brush. I just cleaned it off, and then I'm just drawing a pretty arched brow there, then filling that in with the black as well. If you didn't want any of your brow hair showing, you could always go in with glue and stick your brows down before you start drawing any of the facial things, but I just thought, shit to it, just draw over it. So now I'm taking a bit more of a dense brush, going back into that red, and I'm just like lightly buffing that onto my eyelids, and then I'm going over the top of that with black just to make it like a bruised, dirty type of colour. Just really messily, guys. You don't want to be doing this tidy. He's supposed to look like a scary, dirty clown. So yeah, I'm just patting that all over my face as well, just to give a bit more like depth to the face and dimension. There's my phone, so I do apologise if it's going off. Let me just turn it on to silent. But I'm adding them dirty marks everywhere, to the jawline, to the cheekbone, around the nose, the forehead, the eyes, everywhere that I possibly want it to look like dirty and not stark white. I am chucking it on there. Also bringing that down onto your neck. Do not forget about your neck. So then I'm going in with the Jeffree Blood Sugar palette, taking this red shade, can't think of the name of it, and then with a fluffy brush I am just patting that on top of the red paint just to set it slightly so that it takes away that like shiny look, and it also stops anything from creasing, especially under your eye as well. So now I'm going to go into the Manic Life's a Drag palette, taking the black shade, and I'm just patting that really messily all over my eyelid. Like I said, you want this to look as like dirty and like messy as you can possibly get. You do not want it looking tidy. So I'm literally patting that and bring it out onto the other areas of the face as well, just to give it that really grungy type of feel to it, because I wanted this, like I said, to be really messy and minging, because he is a scary clown. And then I took the black from the face palette that we just used for the like eyebrow and stuff, and I just filled my waterline in with that, and then went back over with a white, another white, I don't even know what I'm saying, back over with the black shadow just to set it, and then I'm shading in everything then with the same black shadow from the palette and a little thin brush. So I'm adding shading to just underneath the eyes, on top of all the red areas as well, especially coming down from like where you would normally contour, really shaded that part in. And then clearly I forgot my nose, so I went back in, I filled my nose in with a mixture of the black and the red from the iMagic palette. So then it comes on to the mouth. So you're just going to want to kind of draw like little teeth. The easiest way to draw them is like upside down, like teardrops. That's what I done for the bottom teeth, and then obviously for the top ones I just created some little shapes, like round shapes. Looking back now, I wish I'd done like more sharp teeth on top, like really evil looking teeth, but I was happy with how it came anyway. So now I'm just outlining the shape of the mouth, and you will see me in a minute. I'm going back into filling the gum area with the black as well, making sure that all my natural lip colour is covered. You want this mouth to look kind of like creepy. And then for the teeth, I mixed a mixture of yellow, green, a bit of brown and a bit of black to get this dirty mustard like nicotine stain colour, and then I just popped that onto the teeth and filled them all in. I also went back over with a little bit of red and white as well, just to make it look a little bit more minging. Then in a minute you will also see me shading a bit more onto the mouth as well, and adding a little bit more of the red and a bit of fake blood just everywhere to my face. My camera actually cut out at this part. I just go over and I outline everything with black, and I create some little facial expression lines as well, and around the eye area as well, but my camera cut out, so I missed that unfortunately, guys. And then like I said, just going back in with some shading, just adding some detail. My picture is up on my Instagram if you wanted to use that as a reference to see what areas you need to darken, etc. And that is basically it, guys. You just shade the shit out of that red, just to make it look a bit more grungy and a bit more like dark, and a bit more like dimension to it by obviously adding the black. And then like I said, I go in with a little bit more of the red with my fingertips and stuff, and I just slot that everywhere just to make it look like blood splatter, as if I've just killed somebody. So that is it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.